You're live.
All right. Mr. Hoffman, why don't you go ahead and announce the, let's go on the record, and Mr. Hoffman, why don't you go ahead and announce the name in this case and the cause number?
I'll have to see if I have that. Howard
I
should
can do it,
probably
Judge.
do that.
Yeah. Judge, this is West Summit Investments LP plaintiff versus Neil Richards Group LLC defendant, cause number DC-17-12500.
Okay. Let's go ahead and proceed.
Your Honor, this is the third of a series of motions that I will be filing to wind up the receiverships that are in this case. This relates to the Neil Richards Group Neil Richards Group Forest Park Development LLC entity and its associated partnership. As Your Honor may recall, this was one of the entities that was involved in the litigation that took place in front of Your Honor approximately a year ago. This was the entity that was determined to owe Mr. Hoffman's client, Glendon Todd, a little over $1 million. While both parties appealed Your Honor's judgment, a settlement was ultimately reached in which all the parties recognized the finality of Your Honor's decision, and this entity ended up paying Glendon Todd the amount owed under the judgment. That gave rise to a claim for contribution against the partnership, which has diminished all of the net proceeds held in the partnership. So this is both a final motion to distribute the remaining proceeds in the receivership, as well as authorization to exercise that offset against the partnership. This motion was served not only to the NRG members, but to all the limited partners of the partnership, and there have been no objections to anything in respect of the motion.
Okay, Mr. Hoffman.
I do not oppose, and I represent Glendon Todd Capital here today, as well as Hefe Plover Interests, and none of us have any objections to the motion.
Okay. The court will grant the request and sign the order. I'm just trying to get it sent to somebody who will print it. For some reason, it's interesting. It's not on our Odyssey, but it's on our Odyssey system, but it's on the online. I thought those things were simultaneous, but I guess they're not. Okay, well, we will go ahead and print that out. Anything else, did you say this was the final one, Mr. Spector, or is there one more?
Actually, Judge, there's probably about 3 more.
3 more, okay.
Maybe even 4, but the others are going to have either very few assets or no assets.
Okay.
So there should be really nothing to do in any regard as to those entities.
Okay. Sounds good. All righty. Well, you guys be safe out there, and we'll get this signed. And you do want me to sign the one that was filed today, not the one that was filed on the 26th, or sorry, signed on the 6th.
Correct, Judge.
On the 6th. Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you
We'll
very
go
much.
ahead and